Parade that's going to take place here today?
I think it's a big waste of money. I think if they want to save money in the government, they shouldn't be ruining our roads with the military parade and have to build them up again.
What's the sign say here today?
It says, "Who loves military parades? Fascists and dictators."
Do you think it's time for the United States to do a parade like this? It hasn't happened in nearly 30 years.
No. These are parades that you usually see where there's military dictatorships or in Russia or in North Korea. I don't think we need it here.
Do you think it's a coincidence that it aligns on Donald Trump's birthday?
No.
And if you could give a message to Donald Trump and the rest of the people across America, what would you say to them?
That it is immigrants and our diversity that makes America great. And I'm happy that we have a army.
Legal immigrants? Yeah, please say legal.
That can protect us, but it doesn't need to be in our streets.
What brings you out here today?
Can protect us.
Speak up against fascism and support democracy.
What makes him a fascist, do you think?
He makes me see, finally, to understand what happened in Germany when Hitler came to power, how it was possible for someone like that to do everything he did, and now that's happening here with disappearing people without due process, with ordering a military parade, and we can't let this happen here.
You know what, let's address one thing at a time. First of all, this lady right here is basically trying to say we shouldn't honor our military, okay? You know the saddest part about this, though, is if you see the boy in the background, he's got headphones on, right? But he's shaking his head to whatever his mom is saying. And she's talking complete nonsense.
What's the sign say here today?
It says, "Who loves military parades? Fascists and dictators."
Do you think it's time for the United States to do a parade like this? It hasn't happened in nearly 30 years.
No.
See, like he's just shaking his head. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I mean, we should honor our military whenever the hell we want to. I mean, come on. Like, this is a very simple thing, but because you know what, man, I'm not going to sugarcoat this anymore. This is a clear example of what happens when the media controls your mind and you don't have any individual thought. You have no more individual thought. You have been gaslit, right? I know people personally right now, and definitely older people who have just been straight manipulated by the news. All they do is just listen to the titles. They don't actually follow the stories. They don't look for the facts. It's all about feelings. And so it's gotten them all riled up and it's gotten them fearful. And when they really take a look outside, it's like, hey, man, the world is still moving and everything is fine. But the media has created this fear for them. And I feel bad. I really do, because this lady right here says, who loves military parades? Fascists and dictators. And I'm like, you know what? You have literally been that gaslit to not even understand that this is something that was planned actually a couple years ago, which who was the president then?
Wait a minute.
So, this was just something that happened to come on this day and under his birthday. And, people just, it shows you how people don't really think for themselves. And they like to throw the word cult around and cult leader. And, I think that the Democrat Party does a hell of a lot of projection from what we've been seeing over the years. Definitely election time just highlighted all of that. It's a lot of projection. And the cult leader and the cult minds is starting to become more like this party. When you have people that are out there protesting in the same city, instead of going down the street to go celebrate our military, they're going and basically saying, hey, I hate ICE and I hate Donald Trump and I basically hate our country, right? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Military parades, fascists and dictators. Like, these people don't even know what this stuff means. And then just to go ahead and end this video off, man, because I don't want to talk you guys off. I really want to hear what you guys got to say about this. I enjoy interacting with you, and please like and comment on this video. What this lady says right here is absolutely insane, man. And this is what you do with liberals and Democrats. Ask them what things mean. Ask them what things mean. I've done the same thing Nick Shirley is doing, and you will notice how unstable their thinking is when it comes to this. And a lot of times they can't even answer the question. They're just saying a bunch of talking points, which tells you they've just been programmed. How disrespectful. How disrespectful, man, can you be to bring up millions of Jews who were killed because of their religion? Killed, targeted. Who are we doing that to? We're not killing even illegal migrants. We're not killing them. We're not killing people. We're not going after someone's religion to take them down. This lady is insane. You're comparing apples to oranges. But when you ask these people, what is a fascist and what makes him a dictator, they don't have any reasonable response. Their first response is always Hitler. Why? Because Hitler in the American history is literally the worst person and the worst leader ever because he went and killed millions of Jews. You're comparing someone who has not killed people because of their religion in the United States and someone who hasn't been targeted to Hitler. What?
Wait a minute.
It just blows my mind. And then I want to really ask a lot of these people, do you even know about that? Like, can you tell me more about what you think about Hitler and what happened during this time and all of this stuff? Like, can you really tell me, or are you just telling me a talking point you heard from CNN? Fascist and dictator. It's just, and then they use words like oligarchy and all this type of crazy stuff that nobody uses. I've never heard anyone use this except for a few years ago about a fascist. But, you know, it really tells me, you know, when I have these conversations with, you know, liberals and Democrats, and when I do stuff like when Nick Shirley says, a lot of times I don't like to go argue for argue. I like to ask them questions before I give them how I really like feel. And when I ask them questions, they just talk with a bunch of feelings. Well, I feel like he's a dictator. I feel like he's like being like she's saying that she understands something where Jews were killed. The entitlement of some of these Americans is insane. How can you say that you know the feeling of someone killing you, targeting you, losing family members, and going through all of this drama and trauma just because you were a Jew at one point in time in Germany? How can you say that you can feel what those people went through? Donald Trump is not coming to your front door. He is going after illegal migrants and he's having them to leave. And the fact that you people don't understand that Barack Obama had deported so many people, he was putting kids in cages, doing way worse, and said on a debate that they need to pay a stiff fine, learn English, or they'll get deported. Donald Trump is saying, hey, we just need to find them and just deport them. Barack Obama was talking about doing way worse things. Way worse. But again, this is how you know a lot of these people are crazy. I mean, and look, man, just look what's going on here. Like, look at the surrounding. I mean, you know, they've taken our flag and they're coloring it, right? Let me go to this page, right? They're coloring our flag. You know, it's just, you know what, these people, man, I really, honestly, I pray for these people, man, because they're so far gone. They're so lost. I don't think they'll know what to do once Donald Trump leaves office. You know, again, we hope that he has a really good report card at the end of it where we can say, hey, man, he handled this, and that. These people are not going to know what to do. They've hated this man for so long. They're probably going to hate this man when he leaves. They're not even going to understand that politics moves on. I don't know. But to literally say that you know how someone feels when they were killed back in Germany for being Jewish is crazy. It's absolutely insane. Like, that's the biggest slap in the face to anyone that is Jewish. That's like her telling me that she understands what it meant for black people to be enslaved. You don't even understand the history behind that and how far behind we were, where my grandfather couldn't even read, right? So that affected future generations. Your grandfather was fine. He probably was owning one of the slaves or a part of it. So it's like, to say that she understands it is crazy. But this is why we know that a lot of these liberals and Democrats, man, like they are confused. They are confused. They are legit confused. And like I said here, this kid right here, sadly, I think we've all been in this situation because we're kids. He doesn't even know, man. Like he's heard all this rhetoric so long that he's like, yeah, I guess so. He doesn't know any better. He doesn't know any better. Just like me, and then my parents told me just vote Democrat. Just vote Democrat. So I go down and vote for Barack Obama because he's a black guy and I don't even know why I'm voting for him. And then I get older and I start figuring out, like, what does this party represent and do? And this party is way more far gone than it was before. But hey, this is the anti-American party, you guys. They're choosing to protest against our country, and they want illegal migrants to stay until it hits their home, until it affects them, instead of going down and supporting the military. They want to go ahead and talk about ICE. The same people who are fighting for their right to even have freedom of speech. But who knows, man? I can't believe she said that. I cannot believe that this lady said something about Trump being Hitler. Like, does she even know the facts? Does she know who Hitler is? What he did, what he represented? Donald Trump is just a blunt person. He's just who he is. He's no filter. And you guys want some fake puppet of a president that makes you feel good. Listen, I don't agree with everything Trump says, but at the end of the day, he reminds me of a real man. He says what he means, and he says what he means, and he does what he says, and that's just the way it is. But this is also the same party that literally hates men. Literally hates men. Embraces feminism. Okay with men and women's sports. Okay with demasculating or emasculating a man. Emasculating a man at any means. And if you're a man's man, then, oh my goodness, you're the worst in the world. You're narcissistic and all this type of crazy stuff. I can't even talk today because it's like just the insanity that comes from this party is just crazy. I'm off this thing. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button. Also subscribe. I do weekly live streams and I love to interact with you guys on my live stream. So make sure you hit the notification bell so you get alerted. All right. Oh, wrong button. See, they got me all off my game right now, man. Like, that's how disappointed I am. Like, this is my true disappointment face. It's just like, oh my goodness. No hope. Like I say in every video, this is chess, not checkers. I'm gonna see y'all at work.
You are watching a master at work.
See you.